Dun 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 dun. You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Travis Jennings. The cases are real. The people are real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Jennings. Order. Judicial Branch Virtual Lesson 3 is now in session. Keywords are in pink. Clickable links are in blue. Assignments are in red. The essential question: what are the implications of decisions made in a criminal and civil case? Well, implications, they mean effects or consequences that may happen in the future. An example: the implications of making a rule that students cannot wear hoodies at school is that less students will wear hoodies, but teachers will take instructional time to enforce the rule. A criminal case: in court proceedings of someone that has been accused of committing a crime against the public, society, or the state. Example of a criminal case would include murder, rape, robbery, and drunk driving. The government, they bring these cases to court. These cases need to be proven without a reasonable doubt because the implications of a guilty verdict would cause devastating effects upon a person's life. Now, you have options when the government charges you with a crime. They are guilty, not guilty, or to plea bargain. Plea bargain is not always guaranteed, but you have the ability to agree to plead to a lesser crime in order to reduce your sentence. Now, one of the biggest criminal charges is a felony. It's a law that has the punishment for breaking it. The punishment will be death or a year or more in prison. An example of a felony would be arson, because the penalty is up to 30 years in prison. Okay, you can read all about that by clicking on this link. A misdemeanor is a lesser criminal act, and it carries a punishment of less than a year. Disorderly conduct, reckless driving, and petty theft are all examples of misdemeanors. On the other side, we have civil cases. In a civil case, the plaintiff brings these cases to court. Someone who wants to sue another person would be considered a plaintiff, or a company if you don't want to say person. These cases need to be proven by a preponderance of evidence because the implications are not as great as in a criminal case. Preponderance of evidence means you have enough evidence to support that person is held liable for what they have done. Now, options in a civil case: the judge and jury might find for the defendant, they might find for the plaintiff, or these two parties, they can have an out-of-court settlement. Both parties agree outside of court. That's not always guaranteed. Somebody might want to go to court for some reason. Now, here are some implications for felonies. Number one, of course, is jail time. That's one of the worst things. You also have fines. Some states deny felons the right to vote. Not Maryland. I just looked this up. In 2016, they changed the law, so felons are able to vote in Maryland, but in other states, they are not allowed to. Government jobs and jobs that require a state's licensure can be very difficult to get as a felon. State licensures include being a judge, being a lawyer, being a teacher, many other jobs that require state licensure. You will not have the right to purchase or own a firearm in the state of Maryland as a felon. Many states deny food assistance for drug felony charges, but not Maryland as well. Okay, you can continue reading about this by clicking on further reading. There are also some implied implications for felonies. Implied means what is not written, it is what is suggested or believed. On most job applications, there is a section in which you have to indicate you are a felon, so your employer will be aware of your felony charge. Public image, right? If you are a convicted felon, people will judge you a certain way oftentimes. There's also this idea of innocent until proven guilty. Even if you're arrested, people might have a certain image on you, right? So I just wanted to think about that one. And your assignment will be to write down the implications of a criminal case, of civil case. So I just wrote down anything else, question mark. Court is now adjourned. Please make sure that you do the assignments in Google Classroom. There is one assignment in the assignments box and one assignment in the discussion board box. Make sure you participate in both in order to gain full credit for this week. I look forward to seeing you all again. Bye.